Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a second to talk about Smackdown. Can we talk about it, right? Majority of Smackdown now is built off of non-title feuds, right? We have the Aleister Black Carmelo Hayes storyline going on. Aleister Black beat The Miz 2 weeks ago. Last week had the match with Carmelo Hayes. We were expecting a banger. Didn't end that way. Good match. Ended in a roll-up though, and Miz got hit with a black mass. Match happened again this week, so obviously we know we're getting a best of 7. Aleister was about to hit a black mass on Carmelo Hayes. Miz comes in, attacks Aleister Black, doesn't let it happen, right? Doesn't let it happen, gets disqualified. It's a no contest. That's what WWE are doing now. They're not doing DQs, they're doing no contests, right? Weird. And again, Miz eats a black mass, but then Carmelo Hayes beats up Aleister Black and hits nothing but net. Yeah? So Carmelo Hayes has beat up Aleister Black, and I can see a pattern here. Carmelo Hayes is getting protected from a black mass every week, and The Miz has taken one every week. The Miz took 4 when Aleister Black returned, when Aleister Black beat him. Last week when Aleister Black rolled up Carmelo Hayes, and Carmelo Hayes was pushed out the way of a black mass, and The Miz ate one. And then this week, The Miz ate one instead of Carmelo Hayes. So I see a pattern here, and maybe the time Carmelo Hayes gets hit with one, it'll be an extraordinary one. But I'm excited for more matches in the future because they're only going to get better and better, and their chemistry is impeccable in that ring. So I'm loving that, right? We had the backstage segment between Santos and Angel Garza. Obviously, last week Humberto stormed off because he was getting berated by Santos Escobar after losing. And Angel said, look, I don't know. He's not answering. I went to his house. He's not there. Maybe he just needs space. And Santos said, Angel, let me remind you about loyalty. Don't let your loyalty get ruined by someone else's bad loyalty. Basically saying, he's trying to draw a line for Angel. He's trying to keep Angel on his side and not Humberto's. Yeah, so are we going to get Santos and Angel going off in their own direction and Humberto going off as a single superstar? Or are Angel and Humberto ditching Santos, which I think is what should happen. I don't think either of those men are strong enough to be single superstars just yet. I feel like they should have a good tag team run, develop their characters a bit more, and Santos can probably just do with the solos one because he's been in that many tag teams and factions. He just needs a solo run, let's be honest, right? Then, off of the backlash of Backlash and the United States title match, Drew and Damien are still feuding. They've been feuding for over a year, let's be honest. They've always been involved with each other. And now Damien said he wants to end it in a steel cage match at Saturday night's main event. Let's talk about Saturday night's main event because it is stacked, right? We already know we have Jey Uso defending the World Heavyweight title. That's big in itself against Logan Paul, right? Then we have Seth and Braun versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn. That's massive, right? Now we have confirmed John Cena versus R-Truth. Hasn't been confirmed for the WWE title yet, but still massive, right? Now we also have Drew and Damien in a steel cage match. I mean, Saturday night's main event is just set up to be fantastic. Let's be honest. So I'm loving that, right? As for the Money in the Bank qualifiers, of course. This week we had 2 triple threat matches. Michin, Alexa Bliss and Chelsea Green. Alexa Bliss got the win in that one, which I'm glad. No offense, Michin isn't, not necessary. And Chelsea, while she will be a good winner, I just want to see Alexa win over Chelsea. So Alexa's in the match, and it's confirmed next week we get Charlotte Flair, Julia, and someone else. But I can't remember who. Oh, Zelina Vega, the United States champion Zelina Vega. All these women would be great. I mean, Charlotte Flair, literally the most successful women's wrestler of all time. It's likely to be her in the match. Julia, SmackDown's newest signing. But also you've got the United States champion. All would be great in the match. If Charlotte Flair's in the match, I won't be mad. Just as long as she doesn't win, that would really piss me off. But yeah, I don't mind that one. But as for the men's, we had Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Rey Fenix. I didn't know where they were going with this. I did know they weren't going with Jimmy. I thought they might want Rey Fenix because they're trying to build him. But I also thought, obviously, the pick Solo Sikoa. And I really wanted Jimmy just because I really wanted him to. Just like I really wanted Alexa, but it didn't happen. There was a couple of botches in the match. Rey was trying to pin Solo and the referee just didn't even see it and just didn't even go after it. It was a full-on botch. And then it was meant to be a cool super kick where Rey Fenix came off the top rope and Jimmy hit him with a super kick, but you could tell Jimmy missed, and it was a camera angle where you couldn't see if it missed, but you could tell it missed. So Solo got that win, and that's an alright qualifying match. But next week's qualifying match, we have LA Knight. We have... Oh wow, it's a really big qualifying match and I forgot who's in it. That's embarrassing. Who's in it? LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura and Aleister Black. I mean, that is a fan-fucking-tastic qualifying match. Shinsuke Nakamura cut a promo. Thank God they're still using Shinsuke Nakamura. He cut a promo on both LA Knight and Aleister Black, saying LA Knight's just the same man he was when Shinsuke beat him for the United States title. And Aleister Black hides in the shadows, but he fears the darkness. That's crazy, that. Who do I think's going to win that next week? I think Aleister Black, maybe even Shinsuke. Maybe Shinsuke cut the promo because he's going to win. I mean, LA Knight's tied up with the Bloodline. I can see him doing with something Jacob at Money in the Bank. And Aleister's tied up with Carmelo and The Miz. So, I don't know. I don't see LA Knight doing it, unfortunately. But I do see Aleister Black, maybe Shinsuke Nakamura. I would actually like if Shinsuke Nakamura was in it. I just think Aleister Black could probably do better things in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which I don't mind. Any three of them, I really don't mind. I'm happy for all three of them to successfully succeed in their WWE career, so that's amazing. But as for the United States title picture, I mean, Joe Cobb, JC Mateo now, whatever they're calling him, he's showed up now, so it's now him, Solo and Jacob in the ring. No return of Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa. And Jacob saying, Solo saying he has him to thank that Jacob still has it around his shoulder. And Jacob again snatches the microphone and says, "No, it's all me. I said I was going to win this for the family, and I did." Yeah, so they were kind of just all over the show, you know. And then at one point we did get JC Mateo versus LA Knight, which obviously JC Mateo won in his debut. But I don't know if he's that good. I'll be honest, as a character, I don't know if he's that good. I like that all the bloodline is in WWE. I don't even know if he's part of the Anoa'i family or not. I don't know, but I'm glad that all the bloodline's in WWE. I just wish they'd do something with every member of the bloodline at once. You know, I'm talking Rock, Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Solo, Tama, Tonga, Jacob, JC. Like, all of them, all at once. That would be amazing. But that probably won't ever happen because WWE love to ruin our dreams. That was a cool match. That was slapped together. As for the tag division, Fraxium have been on a frenzy. They debuted against Los Garza or Pretty Deadly. I think they've beat both of them. Last week they beat the tag champs in a non-title match. This week they beat DIY. And now it's confirmed next week we get Street Profits versus Fraxium. Do I think Fraxium are going to win the belts next week? No, I think Street Profits retain, but I think it's not long till Fraxium take the belts off of Street Profits. I just think they're going to lose their first shot, and then they're going to get humbled a bit, and then they're going to work their way to their next shot, and then win it at the next shot, maybe on a pay-per-view, because, I mean, if you see Fraxium, they are the best in-ring out of the whole tag team roster on WWE. There's no debate in it. You can't. Like, I mean, mate, no, I'm joking, maybe you could, but they're very good in the ring, and I think WWE, with a new exciting team, want to maybe do that. They want to utilise their NXT stars and shoot them to the moon. I mean, Julia's on the main roster already, and I could name about 5 of NXT's top stars that all should be on the main roster right now, but I fear it's going to lose NXT with those stars, which is why they're trying to build... I feel like they're trying to build new stars. Like, they're really trying, you know, Ricky Saints to push the rocket up his arse. You know, and that's why Miles Bourne is challenging for the NXT title. They're trying to make new stars because Trick Williams has not got long till he's going up. Stephanie Vaquer's not got long till she's going up. Jordan Grace is probably going to hold her down for a bit. But Julia's already there. So, it's crazy. It's just, I'm very excited with the wrestling right now. Like, usually, like, I'd watch it. As much as I'm liking it, I'd get bored at some point. But I'm just not getting bored right now. Even if it's a pointless match, I'm sat there and I'm watching. WWE's on it. They are on it, right? And Wade Barrett had a bit of a promo with R-Truth. And R-Truth says, look, John Cena's his hero. John Cena's always inspired him, you know. And he's like, R-Truth, what are you on about? He just put you through a table. And he goes, nah, that man at the press conference, that wasn't John Cena. This man that says he's going to ruin wrestling. This isn't John Cena. He says, look, if I have to beat the sense back into my hero, I will, because I love the man that he was. And you know what? I like it, right? Because they're not playing R-Truth completely dumb, right? They're not just making it completely oblivious to where the storyline doesn't make sense. It's just a weird, wacky match that I wanted to see. Like, he's actually got a purpose. He's like, okay, I acknowledge that my hero is this person that he wasn't, that he used to be. I'm going to beat sense back into him. So he's agreed to the match. I'm going to beat sense back into him and make him that hero that he wants to be. Keeping the fact that he is a fan, but also helping him acknowledge the fact that he's in a match against him and he's going to fight him. I love that. I don't know if it's for the title or not, though, because they've just said a match. It would be crazy if it wasn't for the title. Give R-Truth a chance, you know. Maybe the fact that it's for a title means R-Truth wins, Cena then maybe becomes face again. I don't know. Who knows? I would just love Cena to get beat for the title at the end of the year. Not that I want him to lose the title, but it turns him face and then he announces, you know what, I didn't like this last year as my last year. Let's do it one more time and then we'll get a proper John Cena run. That would... chef's kiss. I'd love that, right? But anyway, in the main event, Tiffany Stratton defended the WWE Women's Championship against Nia Jax. I expected this to happen at Saturday night's main event. Maybe even Money in the Bank. But apparently not. It happened on an episode of Smackdown. And obviously we know Jade Cargill's going to be next. Jade Cargill's going to be the next champion. Maybe even Naomi. But they're up next, right? And we got faked out a bunch of times in this match. I mean, at one point Naomi got involved. She's got this red hair now. And Jade Cargill came out to fight her. And then Tiffany Stratton hit the prettiest moonsault ever. Nia Jax kicked out, and apparently that's the first time anyone's ever kicked out the prettiest moonsault ever, which is crazy because it's only Tiffany Stratton and it's only a moonsault. You're telling me Jade Cargill's not even kicked out of that. First time she got hit with it, she got finished. Same with Charlotte Flair. That is crazy, right? And then there was a point where Nia Jax hit her on a table. On the announcers didn't go through it. I really cringe when they try and put them through the table and they don't go through. And then she was going for that bonsai drop, or the Annihilator is what they call it now. And Tiffany went to try and pull her off, and Nia just, as she's trying to pull her off, just jumps off it and literally flattens that. It's crazy. And you're thinking, oh my god, Nia Jax is literally about to win the title. Tiffany grabs the rope, so we've been faked out twice. 2 endings there should have been. It didn't happen. So Nia Jax tries to walk off with the title, but hands it to the ref to distract the ref. Grabs the chair, goes in the ring with a chair. Tiffany Stratton drop kicks that chair into Nia's head. And when I say drop kicks it into her head, not in a WWE way, in a violent street fight way. Like, that chair literally cut open Nia Jax. And Nia Jax is bleeding. And it looks like the typical WWE, like, fake blood. Not the blood that's fake, but the way, like, the tactically cut themselves so it trickles in a normal way. Because, you know, if you got hit with something and you were bleeding, it would be darker blood and it would look a different way than what it does on WWE television. I don't know how their blood looks like that, but it does. Because they don't just, like, splatter fake blood on their head there. They purposely cut themselves, right? She didn't have time between that drop kick, when she got drop kicked and pulled to the moonsault. She didn't have time to cut herself. There was no chance there. So that chair genuinely cut her. And when you look at it back, that chair hits Nia's head, and Nia's head goes flying back. She looked like she just got hit with a fucking overhand. My God. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful ending. And you know what? I wasn't the biggest Tiffany supporter before, but now I am. It's almost as if she beat the respect into us. Like, that, I respect. That was a beautiful match. And whoever's next, Jade or Naomi, I'm excited because they're going to be champion. Like, don't get me wrong. Tiffany's not being a bad champ. I just think we need a different champion. And do you know what I realised with this episode of SmackDown? Looking at that title, it's better than the men's WWE Championship. Because you know what? While it's nice to have a unified Universal and WWE Championship, and it's nice to have something that means prestige and having it gold, there should have been a whole different design, or the strap should have changed colour, because the gold plate with the black strap, it's so ugly. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it looks good whatsoever. But the gold plate with the white strap actually kind of works, and it actually looks quite good. So I like the women's title more than the men's title. As for the big gold always looks good, right? For the men's, the World Heavyweight title. Doesn't look as good for the women's, but not bad either, right? There's a bigger difference for the WWE title, though. So that's what I know about that title. It's a bit more prettier than I appreciate. I just don't feel like I really pay attention to things like that anymore, which I used to when I was a kid, but now I don't, because we're grown up and we have a lot more things to think about than that. So, yeah. Banging episode of Smackdown, I can't lie. It's still 3 hours. I wish it would go down 2 hours because we're getting a lot of matches. Like, a lot of matches that last very long are quite slow and boring. Like, not that, I love the wrestling aspect. It's supposed to be a wrestling show. So, have lots of wrestling. It's just 3 hours sometimes just get boring. And it just, this week it wasn't, but last week it was. Let's be honest, right? Last week we had about 6 tag matches. Like, I genuinely didn't realize it till, like, I'd seen a YouTuber talk about it. Like, we had about 5 or 6 tag matches on last episode of SmackDown, which was crazy. And this time, I think we only had 1, so that was great. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.